Welcome to Ice Rink Diaries, everyone, and today we're going to finish up changing the blade on the Zamboni. All it's left to do is set the angle and the level of the blade. This is part 3 of a 3-part series, so go ahead and check out the description below for the links for the first 2 videos on taking the blade off and then putting the blade back on. So let's go ahead and get this done. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the angle and the level set. Right before I show you how to set the angle of the blade, just want to show you the bolt pattern and how the reason why you tighten these two, then you start. I guess they recommend going either side to go out. So I went this way, then this way. So, but they recommend alternating. It matters too much, but anyway. So in this one too also illustrates that it curves up. The actual blade bar, blade bracket that the blade holds on to curves up a little bit. The last 6 inches, it curves up a 1/16 of an inch. That's the way when you do overlaps on the ice, it feathers the ice together much nicer. So, right, this just shows you right here that when the blade is reaches 4 inches or under, you start using the rear holes opposed to the front. So. It starts at about 5 inches, and as it gets sharper, it takes more off, and it gets, I don't want to say narrower, but it's more taken off. So then at that one point, underneath 4 inches, you start using the rear holes. Then after 3 inches, then it's considered not good anymore. You've sharpened all the hardened steel off, or you've gotten into hardened steel, and it's just not good anymore. So. What we're going to be doing next is actually setting. This is the conditioner if I'm standing behind it, and the towel's hanging down and the controllers are up here. So we're going to be discussing what these 2 bolts here do that levels the blade along the conditioner. So real quickly, that is the blade. You turn the blade up and down. It's just kind of a screw and a bolt, so it just pivots the blade into the ice. So this is also what we're going to be doing next, is set and make sure the blade is level with the conditioner runners. So essentially, when you start from a blade that's much, you can draw it here on the whiteboard. If this is the conditioner that runs along the ice, and this is the ice right here. If we have a particular blade set, and it's one happens to be one of the shorter blades, and we put a new blade on it, and it happens to be one of the longer blades, it's going to stick out underneath the conditioner that holds that's on the Zamboni. So we need to adjust the rack that the blade is mounted on, so the edge of the blade is level with the bottom of the conditioner runner, and vice versa. So if we start with a blade that's long, and then we go with a blade that happens to be a shorter blade, it's going to be a little bit high, so we have to adjust the pressure, and that's going to be done right over here. These 2 bolts that I'm talking about right here are the bolt on this side and the bolt on this side right here. So that adjusts the edge of the blade so it's level with this runner right along here. So and you also have to set the blade angle, which is right here. Look at the flashlight for you here. This is what we actually have to do next. The blade, and there's a picture in there I'm going to show you. That's what we have to set next. So it's at the proper, and I'm gonna get the number for you right now. When I get in there, it's gonna be hard to tell, but I'm gonna be setting the blade bar just where the blade mounts to the angle plate, and I'm gonna set it to about 10 degrees. And you have these parallel lines just stick on the side of the conditioner that you adjust the actual blade itself with the blade handle, adjust it up and down, and you get it to the right position, which is about 10 degrees. Also, like I mentioned before, I'll find out the blade angle. The blade angle itself is anywhere between 24 and 26 degrees. And what I mean by that is this angle right here is 24 to 26 degrees is what it's sharpened to. So the next step right here, after we have all the bolts hit on, is setting the blade bracket to the 10-degree angle. And let's go ahead and go over to the machine and do that right now. So they said you could use a washer. They also give you this plate right here. So I'm going to do the best I can to show you what it looks like. I did my best to show you where the sticker is on the side of the machine, which is right about there. And we want to get a little light on that and place this bracket on here. I knew my hand was going to get in the way, so try not to get my hand in the way there. There's the, again, it's probably made a good angle right there. There's the sticker, the blade, and the bracket right there. So this would be the bracket right here. So we want this thing to be about 10 degrees. So you slide that onto the mark right there. I know it's really hard to tell, but I think I'm going to need to go down a little bit. So I like to have the back of this thing, the back of the plate, to be at that line, the second line in right there. So we come over here and do a couple adjustments on a couple of turns on the blade. Then I'm going to come back over here. Let's get that washer. I think the washer is easier to tell on the camera as far as. So after giving it quite a few turns, I think I have almost where I want it. As you can see, the washer is, the front of the washer is on that third line. I always shoot for the third line, so I'm actually going to do one more turn, come back here and slide that washer, and it looks like it's, sorry guys, I don't have the best light in there. To me, it looks a little bit forward. So let's go back a turn. Maybe that turn where we're at was good. So looks good to me. Again, this is the blade bracket right here that we're setting. And now what we have to do is come over to the side here, the Zamboni, and put the washer on the side, and we need to slide along and adjust this bolt right here to set the depth angle of the blade. Not the depth angle, but the final level of the blade. Okay, so right now we want to make sure that the end of the blade, the edge of the blade, is going to be level with the runner. So I'm sliding the washer underneath it, and as you notice, it doesn't touch. So I'm going to make a couple adjustments on this lever right here, on this adjustment bolt here. So we're going to go counterclockwise, bring the blade down to the washer touches. There you go. Then I slowly raise it back up. So I'm going to slowly raise it back up till now it barely slides or anything, but right there is where I want it just to barely hit, because I'll need to go do that to the other side. I don't want a teeter-totter effect where we adjust one side and it messes with the other side. So I get both sides to right about where it should be. So this blade I need to go down a little bit. Since I went from a long blade to a short blade, I have to adjust it down. There you go. Now you can see it tapping the edge of that blade. So now I'm going to slowly raise it up until that washer just slides right underneath that blade unobstructed. So down a little bit, starts bumping the edge of that blade. Now I'm going to raise it up. Now it slides nice and neat. Alright, so now we come back over to the other side and alright, so now we're back over here on the other side, and since we don't got the other side adjustment, we're going to come over here and finalize this side right here. So down a little bit. Just raise it up just a little bit. See how it's hitting right there. Let me see if I get the light over here a little bit better for you guys. There it goes, it slides right underneath it. There you go, perfect. Now I always like to cut a double check, so I'm not gonna bring the light over. I think you can see. So I'm gonna raise it up just a little bit more, and right there. All right. So at this point, now that you got those two set, so it's a very critical move. Is you want to raise the blade up 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. So you want to raise the blade 4 turns because you don't want to go onto the ice and just dig with a fresh blade right onto the center of the ice and dig up a lot of gouge the ice out. So one final adjustment happens on the ice. I don't have time if I get into it. So what you're supposed to do is you drag the conditioner only, kind of put your plates on, just go out to the center of the ice, drag your conditioner, lower your blade down so you know you're scraping, and raise your conditioner up. And if say you had a pile of snow that was more snow on this side of the machine and less over here, where you know that this side of this machine is digging a little more, so you either raise it up over here or you would, I guess, lower it down here a little bit. So 6 of one, half dozen another. So essentially you find, let's say you just lower it down a little bit, then you drive forward to a new spot, drag the conditioner down, you know, put the blade back down a couple spins, drag the conditioner a few feet, raise the blade up a few turns, raise the conditioner up, and again, and look at your snow pattern and see if it's all consistent throughout from one side of condition to another. Then you know your blade's set properly, and that's the final step of the blade changing process. So other than tightening up my notes here and putting some stuff away, the blade, the auger guards go back on. Got the left and the right. Got some tools, got to put back in the box there. This center one right here goes right back in the center. Alright, hey everyone, we got the Zamboni blade change here, we got the angle set, we got the level set, and we're good to go. So again, thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see new content. Comments are appreciated down below, and like the local Iceman always says, stay cool.